welcome into the Writers Room. I'm your host today, Addison McBride, and as promised, we have an all-new lineup of guests for you guys today. We're going to be talking to the Writers Room's very own Andrew Dunham, Chance Merrick, Lauren Pilgrim, and last but not least, Ellie Taylor. We're talking social media highlights, sports, the story behind your favorite stories at the Ocali, and what's trending here on campus. All right, first we are joined by Ellie Taylor, who actually works for OSU's social media team. Ellie, thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Great.
The weather, it's been really cold and now it's warm again, so I'm not really sure what's happening. Everyone we talk, everyone's a little sick here on campus, but we're making it through. It's almost Thanksgiving, right? We got this.
For sure. I'm trying to kick this cough just like everyone else.
Exactly. Okay, Ellie. So explain to us a little bit. I said you work for social media, but what exactly do you do?
Yeah, so I am an intern for Oklahoma State Brand Management Socials team. So that is anything that you see with OK State as its title on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Threads, really any platform. That is my team and I. So yeah, I mostly make content, but a little bit of everything in the socials world.
So you said you make content. What does the day-to-day of that job kind of look like?
Yeah, so obviously being on a campus, a college campus, every day looks a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So, it depends on kind of what we've got going on right now. We're in full swing of the campaign, The Code Calls, and working on that. And so right now we're working on a lot of content to promote that and get students aware. But day to day, just searching, looking for content that is going to appeal to prospective students that are on campus, alumni, things like that, trying to appeal to everyone who loves OSU.
Yeah.
So,
what are some of the latest trends that's been going on with social media that you've noticed?
I'm trying to think of some of my
It changes
favorite.
a lot, doesn't it?
I know.
Yeah, let's do your favorite. What's your favorite trends to recreate?
Right now, I guess I'll go back for homecoming content. A video got to put together was Pete at All Night Pomp, and it was I love to be here all night. I wish I could stay. Let's get out of here. Yeah. And he's driving off in the golf cart. So that was a really fun one. I also just really like to any kind of like nostalgic, aesthetic, hype kind of video of campus. A lot of fall content coming down the pipeline right now. Mm-hmm. And so getting to shoot that has been really fun and working on that. So fall content, I guess.
So how did you get involved in social media? Did you do it before college, just now? What's the story there?
Yeah, so in high school, I was in a club called FCCLA for my high school and was their photographer and started doing a little bit of graphic design, social media, things like that there. And then had my mom kind of push strategic communications on me, sent me the degree sheet and was like, this would be perfect for you. Mm-hmm. And so my senior year of high school, I was lucky enough to work for my communications office at my high school. We were a big enough school that we had communications specialists. So I got to work with them and make a lot of content for my high school. Knew I fell in love with it there, and then came into college with an internship with athletics. Did more photography for them and realized that maybe wasn't for me, and so switched to doing content full time and doing socials more intentionally. And so that's kind of how I started.
Wow, that's awesome. It sounds like you've gotten a lot of experience so far in different fields. What made you decide to go to OSU to pursue the StratComm degree?
Yeah, my mom is an alum. Mm-hmm. I grew up coming to Stillwater, just loved Bleeding Orange, so OSU was always my choice. But StratComm here felt right just based on having the Ocali. Having an internship coming into college was obviously something I was really proud of and another big pusher for why OSU was the answer. So.
Okay, and then let's talk about after OSU. What are kind of your career goals or dream job? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, I'm 4 years old right now. I'm a sophomore, so I haven't thought too much on it, but
valid.
Yeah, I am trying to just keep the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. Hopefully working in a agency kind of environment, possible political representing, doing something like that. But again, very far-fetched for right now. Yeah. But yeah, probably just more of kind of the same, representing a brand, doing social media, and all that good stuff.
Well, you're very well spoken and media trained, so I could definitely see this happening, Ellie.
Well, thank you.
I mean, I don't know who I am to say anything on that, but I see it happening for you.
Well, thanks. I can bubbly personality.
Yes,
I mean, you're
exactly.
definitely out bubbling me right now, but I think, yeah, it's something I love. So.
Well, awesome. Ellie, thank you so much for coming and chatting with us. I know you actually have to get to a work meeting right after this, so I'm going to let you go. And we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we're going to be talking sports with Andrew Dunham. The Writers' Room returns right after this.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
All right, welcome back into the Writers' Room. I'm joined by Andrew Dunham, and we're going to talk a little bit of sports. Andrew, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, Addison. This is great.
Of course.
It's an
Okay.
honor.
First off, introduce yourself. Tell us what all you're involved in here at OSU. Give us the rundown.
Yeah, well, my name's Andrew Dunham. Involved in quite a few things here at the Paul Miller Institution. I'm a host of the Big Game pregame show along with our very own Alyssa Brandon.
Yes.
Also anchor Sports Corner on Tuesdays for the Daily O. Also got a little bit of play-by-play stuff that's outside of OSU. I kind of do that on the side just as an extra, well, job really, but it's not really a job. It's kind of fun to me. So a lot of different things.
Awesome. And then you actually transferred here, Andy. So tell us about that. Why did you choose to transfer to OSU?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of mainly a financial thing. I kind of wanted to work a little bit, get my money up, before I got my funny up here at OSU. So I started at Murray State College. It's a 2-year institution in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. Actually got my associate's degree in communications at Murray State, and really kind of propelled me to now here at OSU. I got some credits out of the way and was able to just get right on, hit the ground with my feet running, and really got started really quickly here.
Yeah. So you're an Oklahoma native. So what does it mean to you to be able to now go to OSU here and cover sports here as, your major and then hopefully as a career after this?
Oh, I think like a lot of people, sports were our lives. I know there's some people on this set that can agree to that, but really it's kind of the only interest I've ever had. And to now be able to do it and learn every day. You say you'll never work a day in your life if you love what you're doing. And I don't think I've worked a day in my life yet because I've only really worked in sports. So it's just been I'm really grateful to do it.
Yeah. What's your favorite sport to cover? Do you have a favorite?
Basketball. That was really the only sport I played. I still play it to this day a little bit here on the side. But yeah, mainly basketball. Football, you can't beat football, especially doing the Big Game pregame show. But,
Exactly. Talking about the Big Game pregame show, what kind of insights do you have for tomorrow for the big game? Anything you can give us?
Oh gosh. Well, it's been really tough, to cover OSU this year,
has.
but
we're loyal and true though. So
absolutely.
It's okay.
Absolutely. I think I've been here for 2 years now, or actually a semester and a half. I think I've watched 4 wins for OSU, so I think I'm a little bit slept rock with OSU. So, mainly maybe if I graduate, they'll turn the football program around.
Maybe.
And, maybe they'll start winning games.
But you said you're a basketball guy.
Yeah,
basketball's looking good this year,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, basketball. I'm very excited about basketball. They get after it defensively. I love what Steve Lutz is doing. I think we're all nuts for him. Watched them on Sunday against Texas A&M, and they, blew a team that's been really good over the past 5 years in the Southeastern Conference, and really in making appearances in the NCAA tournament as well. But yeah, no, really excited. Women's basketball too.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Okay, and then who are your kind of idols in the broadcasting career? Is there anyone you look up to? Or
a lot of guys that are kind of versatile, like Drew Carter is one. He started at ESPN in studio, and now he does play-by-play for the Boston Celtics. Chris Fisher is a guy I look at, the play-by-play voice for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and of course Kevin Harlan. You got your giants of the world, Marv Albert, a lot of those guys, but mainly just guys that like to do a lot of different things and are really good at what they do.
There's a lot of different routes you can kind of go in the sports media field. What is your dream career in this field?
Oh, definitely
play-by-play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I mainly say that just because I got the more experience out of the fields. Obviously, I said I do anchoring in the Sports Corner on Tuesdays. Still trying to get better at that. Still trying to show a little bit of personality or pizzazz, if you will, in front of the camera. Still trying to work on that, and but also wouldn't mind hosting a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the Big Game pregame
show. Yeah, you do good at the.
Unfortunately, I'm the Robin to Alyssa's Batman, so I'm still trying to,
Shout out Alyssa,
she's
guys.
the star of the show. So
you guys also
absolutely.
produced this episode. Of the Writers' Room, so you're also getting producer work in.
Absolutely.
And especially in our live production class, we learn a little bit of everything.
It's a fun class.
It's a very fun
class.
class.
There's so much talent in that class, and I think, I'd be remiss if I didn't get on here or on Saturday when we do the pregame show just to recognize the talent that's in this room. There's a lot of people that do a lot of different things that me and Alyssa don't do. I mean, we have the fun job. You have the fun job as well. You're out on the live crew. But, I think I'm very, very thankful to work with this group. They're a fun group. They really are. And it's awesome to work with.
All right, Andrew. Well, you know how it works here. We're going to have to go to a quick commercial break. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to be talking about the story behind the stories at the O'Colly. The Writers' Room returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far, and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Welcome back into the writer's room. It's time for the story behind the story. I'm joined with O'Colly's Chance Merrick. Chance, thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, first off, introduce yourself, your grade, major, and then what all are you involved in here at OSU?
For sure. My name is Chance Merrick. I am a sports media student. I'm a junior. This is my second semester at OSU, and I am the photo editor of the O'Colly, which is the student-led campus newspaper.
Yeah, so you're the photo editor. What all does that job kind of involve? I guess editing photos, but what's the details behind it?
Yeah, so the O'Colly as a whole has about 30 to 40 photographers, and then we get a certain amount of passes to every event that we cover, and it's kind of just picking out who's going to shoot what to make sure that we get the best coverage and still give people those opportunities to broaden their horizons as a sports media student or as a student at OSU.
Yeah. So you said you get 40 passes. How many events per week do the photographers get to cover? Does it kind of just vary, or how does that work?
It varies. So we cover all home sporting events, and then we cover just whichever events happen throughout the week. So like last week we covered the protest outside of the Payne County Courthouse, and we covered the basketball game Sunday against Texas A&M. So it varies.
Yeah. What's been your favorite event to cover so far here at OSU?
I really like football games.
Yeah.
I used to play college football.
Oh, wow.
So it keeps me close to the game, but my favorite would probably either be going to Lubbock and taking pictures at the Texas Tech OSU football game, or going up to Oregon and shooting the
Oregon. That would be cool. Did you drive to Oregon or fly?
No, we flew.
You flew. Yeah, I was about to say, dang, that's a long drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you actually played football. I was going to ask, this is only your second semester here.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
played football. Where'd you play football at?
I played football at Oklahoma Baptist University.
Okay, and then are you originally from Oklahoma?
Yeah, I'm from Broken Arrow. So
Okay.
it's a suburb of Tulsa, if you're not familiar. And then I played at OBU for 2 seasons. It's a D2 school in Shawnee.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So is photography kind of your way to stay involved with football now that you're not?
Exactly. So I transferred here, and then I wanted to be in the sports world, but I didn't know kind of what I wanted to do, announcing, broadcasting, whatever it is. So I feel like taking pictures for the O'Colly and for OSU coverage, that just is a way for me to stay engaged in the sports world.
And then what all have you learned about photography since being here?
Everything, really.
Everything?
Yeah, I feel whenever I played, I was so involved in playing football that I didn't have time to kind of focus on football was a passion, but my passions that I'm 5'10", I'm not going to make it to the NFL. So my passions outside of the sport, and I have a bunch of really good people around me that help me out and then teach me just stuff that I didn't know.
Yeah. So you're a football player. You're used to being on a team. How has working with other journalists helped you, advance in your craft?
Yeah, it's awesome just because I tell people all the time a person from OSU in the workforce is a connection that we need to have, and it's always great seeing people that have the job that you want and and strive to be in those positions that you strive to be in those positions. So
absolutely,
it's great.
Well, to address any future OSU Cowboys that may be interested in getting into photography, how did you kind of get involved with the O'Colly initially?
We have an open house at the beginning of every semester. That's kind of where I got my foot in the door. We showed up, me and a couple of my friends showed up, met the current photo editor at the time, talked about taking pictures and stuff, and then kind of just got plugged in. I shot a bunch of softball games, tennis matches, stuff like that, and then built that foundation and worked myself up to where I am now.
And then talking about, after college, what is your dream career in photography? Not in photography, where do you see yourself after this?
So my dream career number one would be to be the Denver Broncos team photographer. That's number one. And
Denver
then
Broncos guy.
For sure. For sure. Bo Nix is the truth.
Yes.
and then if not a football, then to be the OKC Thunder sports photographer or team photographer.
Those would both be really cool jobs, and I see that happening for you, so I'm excited. I'm going to be on the lookout for your pictures.
Thank you.
All right, Chance. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. The Writer's Room returns right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back into the writer's room. It is time for our campus segment. We're going to be talking about what's going on. I am joined by Lauren Pilgrim. Lauren, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. So you are not a journalism/sports media major.
Yeah.
So this is your first time in the studio, right?
Yes, it's crazy.
Okay, what are
Very
your thoughts
cool.
so far?
It looks professional. Like,
Okay.
I feel like I'm on live TV. I mean, I guess I am.
You
but
are live to
Yeah,
all
very
of our
cool.
lovely writers room viewers.
Love it.
Okay, first off, introduce yourself to us. What's your major, your grade?
Yeah.
What's going on?
My name's Lauren. I am an architecture design studies major, which is a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm a junior, and yeah.
Okay, architecture design studies,
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
Okay. Tell us about that. What does that
Okay,
involve?
so it's kind of like architecture and business combined.
wow.
It's more of the design and business side of it and less of the structure and math and all that not so fun stuff, which is really awesome. So I'm taking a lot of classes in Spears and a lot in the architecture building, which is cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about this before, but kind of explain it to me again. So you're an architecture major,
Yes,
correct? And then
yeah.
what's your concentration?
So I have a concentration in, I believe it's leadership and management. So
Wow.
I lean more on the marketing side just because it's more
Okay.
fun. But yeah, so I have like a just like business side and then the architecture the architecture side. So
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
And then you're involved with an internship right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what's
yeah.
that?
So it was crazy random, and a couple. I worked at the country club this summer. So a couple that were members there bought the Stillwater Public Library, like the original. It's been abandoned for I don't even know, a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're turning it into a hotel. So it's a huge renovation project. And I'm not doing a lot actually like involved with the project, more just observing, but it's been really cool.
Yeah,
So,
and just to be a part of that.
yeah,
That's really good
totally.
experience.
Very, very rare. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It's like that's like the Fixer Upper. You need a show.
Yeah.
We need to do a show about this. We'll do that.
that's it. That's the next step. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make some calls about that. I'm gonna host it, and then you'll
Perfect.
be the other side. Okay.
I love it.
Anyway,
we have a plan.
yeah, this is a good plan too. Okay, so Spears and the architecture school. How has
Yeah.
both of those together kind of helped you refine what you want to do career-wise?
Yeah, I think it's shown me a lot of like what owning a business would look like. I'm currently in accounting, which is not going well, but that's okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of getting to see that side of it, because I feel like if you're just normal architecture, you kind of don't see the business world. So it's helpful just as far as like if I wanted to own a firm someday, or you know, something along the lines of that. But yeah.
And is that your goal after college, to own a business?
You know, I don't know.
design, Building.
Yeah, I've always just said I want a job where I can design things. Sometimes I think I would lean more interior, but yeah, I love design as a whole, and so whatever that would look like. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have options. So
Yes, yeah.
You're set either
It's
way.
pretty wide open.
Yeah. Well, you seem like a pretty natural leader, Lauren, but I know you're involved with a lot here on campus at
Yeah.
OSU. Talk to me about that. What are you involved with?
So I am the fundraising and outreach coordinator for Worthy, which is a Christian women's conference in Stillwater. And kind of our mission is just to focus on the fact that Jesus alone is worthy. And so it's just a day of community and rest, and we have guest speakers coming in. And so, yeah, it's really awesome. But that's been a big thing this semester. And then I go to BCM a lot. I'm involved with them, and I play keys for Overflow. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And she's musical.
I do what I can.
You do it all. You do it all, Lauren. And why? So we're both Texas girls.
Yes.
Why did you decide on OSU?
Okay, so I did move to Colorado. So I live in Colorado now. And I wanted to go to A&M my whole life. Like my parents went there. I kind of grew up in the Aggie cult. Ended up getting out of that world, and people just told me OSU was pretty similar and a little bit cheaper as far as out-of-state tuition. And then it really just worked out well with the architecture program. So yeah, it's awesome. I love it here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here,
Thank
and
you.
I'm glad you were able to join us on the show today.
Yes, it's been so fun.
Yeah, I know you're really busy and you have to run.
Yes,
and
accounting test.
Accounting test.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a bummer, but at least you got to come here and talk, right?
Yes, so fun.
Exactly. All right. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today. That is the show. That has been The Writer's Room. I am your host, Addison McBride. We'll be back next week with, guess what? More guests and even more stories. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night, everyone.
Pecans are staple to Oklahoma. In fact, many of our native pecans come from trees that are older than Oklahoma statehood.
My father's the one that got us started into the pecan picking. I was probably 10 or 12 years old, and we started off with one little mechanical picker that you pulled behind a four-wheeler. Then we'd go home at night and we'd clean them on a TV tray. I guess watching my dad work hard when we were young, and people started trusting him and getting more and more groves, we just kept growing.
Being a relatively new and fresh company, we get to sit in the same room with people who have been a part of the Oklahoma economy for decades.
It's opened a lot of doors. It's gave us quite a bit of exposure, and I think people, will take a small company like us a little more serious. We're just going to continue growing as long as our community lets us and our customers keep on buying, and we'll see where it takes us.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.